you know what? Some of us are trying to force things that were never meant for this version of us, right? Like, and that's probably one of the hardest things you got to come to terms with, that divine timing don't work on your clock. So when you're standing in the pain and the confusion, like the waiting and the rejection and the silence, it feels unfair, and I get that, and it feels like life's ignoring you. But then when you look back in like 6 months, 2 years later, 5 years later, 10 years later, and you realise if that thing worked out when we wanted it to, it would have fucking destroyed us. And that's the beauty of divine timing, you know. You know, that relationship, that friendship, that opportunity, that house, that addiction, just that version of yourself, you know. Some things don't come because, like, you're not being punished. Some things don't come because your hands are still full of things that are poisoning you. You know what I mean? And that's a lot of the time a fucking very big bomb to fucking hear. But everyone wants blessings, the thing is, right? But nobody wants to clear the blockage. So divine timing isn't just about waiting around hoping the universe drops fucking miracles on your doorsteps like fucking Uber Eats for the soul, you know? Like, no, it's nothing to do with that. It's a lot of the time it's about undoing our internal fucking makeup, you know, like undoing trauma responses, undoing self-sabotage, undoing addictions, undoing the need to chase people who can't even water your garden. Because the thing is, right, if someone's constantly stomping on your peace, draining your energy and disrespecting your spirit and sprinkling a little bit of mind confusion in there, why the fuck are you keeping them around? And then you're asking the universe why life feels heavy. You know? If they aren't watering your garden and they're just jumping on it, instead get them out of your life. You know? That's that simple. People either rise up eventually or they wither away. Either way, it's not your job to carry dead weight around forever. Excuse me. You know what your job is? It's to protect your peace long enough for your next season to arrive. And you don't want to get stuck in that position, you know. That can happen when you keep trying to drag like old energy into a new chapter, right? You can't do that. You can't keep entertaining drama and expect clarity. You know, you can't keep fucking feeding dysfunction and expect peace. You can't keep clinging to people that have expired from your path and expect new doors to open. You've got to make space for what's coming, guys. You know, you can't, this is what I say, you can't have a 5 fucking car garage and then try and fit 5 more cars in there, alright, without everything getting fucking smashed up and just making a big mess of things, right? So what you got to do is get rid of stuff to let the new come in. So sometimes life removes people, sometimes life removes habits, removes comforts, removes identities. And like I said before, it's not to destroy you, it's to clear space. That's what divine timing is, right? And the crazy thing is, most of the miracles in my life have only ever made sense in reverse when we're looking back, alright? See, when I was looking back, I was being redirected with fucking surgical precision, you know? And it's perfect divine timing. Painful sometimes, yes. Slow sometimes, yes. Sometimes instant, but fucking perfect nonetheless, right? And all we can really control through any of it is how we show the fuck up. That's it. Like how we present ourselves, that's it. See, our reaction, our discipline, our honesty, our energy, our ability to stay solid when life's testing us, you know, because life, whatever you want to call it, watches how you handle delay. Do you become bitter or do you become wiser? You know, Do you collapse or do you fucking evolve? Because maybe, just maybe, guys, hear me out, the blessing isn't just the thing arriving. Maybe the blessing is who you had to become while waiting for it. Okay? And I know some of you are tired, and I know some of you feel forgotten, and I know some of you are sitting there thinking, fuck, when's it my turn? But hear me clearly, guys. Late doesn't mean denied. Alright? And just because something hasn't happened yet, well, it doesn't mean nothing's happening at all. Alright? Don't forget that. Like, sometimes roots are growing underneath you before anything fucking blooms on the surface, and that means it's solid, and that's divine timing. You know, it's not always flashy when you want it, it's not always instant, but what it is fucking real. So stop forcing, stop chasing, and stop begging people to see your worth. You know, what you want to focus on is clearing yourself internally, focus on your reactions, focus on becoming someone who can actually hold the blessings when they arrive. Because what's meant for you won't need manipulation, and it won't need desperation, and it definitely won't fucking cost you your soul to keep it. Alright? Trust the timing, but also do the work. Because, guys, divine timing still needs a disciplined vessel. Alright? Love yous. Hope this hit you as well, and hope everyone's having a cracking day. Alright, just going for a little morning walk. I kind of got lost then, but look, I'm back on track.